Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How are you doing? I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. And we're looking forward to a Happy New Year. Welcome 2024. I'm so excited. I want to thank you all for joining me here. This might be one of the last videos in front of the tree, and then it's going away. We are doing a Christmas with my one son. Couldn't make it on our family Christmas on Christmas Eve. He was ill. So they're coming on the 1st, and we're going to do some Christmas presents, and then bye-bye tree. So then we'll be back upstairs to the yarn room or wherever, wherever we film. But it's been a minute since I've done something but show gifts. And so I do have a gift to show. Like what'd you get for Christmas? So let's do that first. My family asked, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? Well, I mean, let's be serious. I always want yarn for Christmas. I want yarn for everything. I think they should know that. But they also say, where are you going to put that extra yarn? And so they don't want to buy me yarn or necessarily yarny things. They think I have everything that you could ever need as far as yarny things go. But there's always something new, right? And so the thing is, space is an issue as far as yarn goes. So my husband, if you can see this right back here, let me point that way. Okay, see that black thing? He bought me some plastic shelves that are deep. I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe where the tree is. No, I'm not going to go there in front of the window. They won't fit under here if they're stacked all the way up under, wait, let's see. Okay, this shelf. They won't fit under there because they're taller, I think, than those shelves. Unless I split them in half. And maybe I would do that and put them here for project bags, or half of them here for project bags, which would be awesome. And then put the other half someplace else. I don't know where they're going to go. But they're really deep. So, like, I have a lot of yarn that's big. And I have it in those bags upstairs that I can't, like, really get into. They're hard to access in those bags. They're great storage bags. But they're all the way up top. So if I had them on these big shelves, I think they would fit, And then I could easily pull out the bag and grab out the yarn that I want and put something else up top that maybe I wouldn't use as much, because those are 4-weight yarns that are up there, and I use those all the time, but I can't get to them very easily without, But then where do I put them? And it's always that thing. That's always that drama around here. But he was insistent on buying me shelves, and a very thoughtful gift. He also bought me a mini Centro. I have the big one, and now he bought me the small one. I asked for it. It was on my wish list. I don't remember why specifically I wanted it. And I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but it's only a couple days after Christmas, and I've been doing other things. So that's what my husband got me. But when they were asking me, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? I said, pretty much I buy what I want. So what I really, truly want is time, memories, things like that. Well, Chloe and Amanda took that very literally, and Amanda got me this. All this in here. And it opens with a beautiful card. The interior of the card is what's so beautiful. She has all these wonderful things to say. So, of course, I cried. And I have a ticket for redemption. And this ticket is good for hugs, peppermint cocoa, because I love that, snuggles, laughter, and yarny times for an entire day. For 2 consecutive days of the aforementioned can be negotiated if Papa, my husband, agrees to make breakfast in the morning. So the ticket date is her birthday, which is so fun. And we are going to crochet for, like, you know, the day and the evening, the next day, whatever. And I thought that is one of the best gifts ever on the face of the planet. She purchased a couple of different cocos, a box of peppermint hot chocolate from Starbucks, her favorite place in the world. I've never had their hot cocoa, and I'm really anxious to try it. But it's like 64 degrees. Like, really? This is crazy warm weather lately. But she got me a coffee mug or a cocoa mug, I should say, and she bought some Just Yarn at the Dollar Tree. Some pom-poms, because she wants me to teach her how to make hats. I don't specifically know why hats in particular. And let me dig down a little deeper. Oh, this is really cool. Peppermint marshmallows. Have you ever heard of them? Never. I have never. And I'm so anxious to break into those. And this. She did so good. It was such a good gift. This is Crochet Kit for Beginners. Succulents. And it's amigurumis. She wants to learn to make amigurumis. And she thought she would like to make succulents and be able to give them to adults as gifts. Like, put this on your desk kind of thing. So she bought this. And I did get it open. And the kit is really cute. It comes with, I'm like, I don't know about this girl. So first you see, it's got the eyes, it's got some stitch markers, it's got those clipper scissors, and these itty bitty, I think, 2.5 millimeter crochet hooks, because the yarn that it comes with, well, it's thicker than I remembered it being when I opened it on Christmas morning. So yeah, it's thin yarn. And I thought, well, I thought it was more like a one-way, but now I'm thinking it's more like a two. I could do a two-way yarn. And it even comes with fiber fill. It's all, smushed. And it comes, obviously, with a pattern book. So how cool. Crochet plants for the family, it says. Crochet handicrafts. So anyway, there's 2 books in here. I really haven't read too much. And the fiber fill and the different colors of yarn. Some greens, lots of greens, browns, a little pink, I don't know, yellow, to make. Let me put this back in here. And it came with 2 hooks, so that's really cool, because I don't know if I have a 2.5 millimeter in my Clover Amours, which is what I use on a regular. But so real cute, right? I think you use blush here. I don't think this is crocheted. Like the little blushy faces on there. But I think real cute. And so she wants me to teach her how to make these. I'm like, okay, we can give that a try. I said I might make them bigger first, but we'll see. So that is the really cool gift my daughter gave me. And Chloe did relatively the same type of thing, but not with yarn, because Chloe doesn't care to learn to crochet at this point. She gave me a memory box gift as well, to spend time together to do things. She wants to bake. Spend a day baking. She loves to bake with me. So we're going to do that. And she also bought me hot cocoa. Do they know me or what? My other son, my son and daughter-in-law, I don't know if you can see. Oh, there, that was a good look. This is all my grandbabies. Chloe, Madison, Ari, and Avery. All their birthstones in the teardrop necklace. Roy bought me several years ago when Avery, right after Avery was born, she's 9. He brought me a grandmother's ring, and it has all the birthstones and their names on it. So I don't wear it often because I don't want the names to wear off. I did wear it on Christmas with the necklace, but for everyday use, I don't want to wear it. I don't want to take the chance of hurting the names that are just like almost painted on. So I don't wear the ring on it regular, but I'm gonna wear this. The necklace that I used to wear before getting this one, they gave me when I turned 60 for my 60th birthday, so almost a year ago. And I took it off for the first time ever to put this on. When I get a necklace that I like, I just like to wear it. But I don't, it's so sparkly and gorgeous. I don't know how long I'm going to wear it before changing it out just to keep it nice. I mean, it's stones. It's not really going to get hurt, but I also don't want it to get yucky. So, that's that. What have I been doing since the last time I showed you actual crochet work? It seems like forever. Well, I did a test pattern, and that took up some time, and I still don't have the okay to release that, so I can't show it to you, but I'm so anxious to show it to you. And then when I finished that, I worked really diligently for as long as I could on making my granddaughter's sweater. And you guys, I pretty much, I think when she's wearing it, the sleeves are going to line up pretty close anyway. The sleeves to the sweater, you know, the pink stripes, and I'm real excited about that. This is the Everyday Easy Girl sweater or something like that. I will have it linked in the description box. I followed the pattern pretty close for the small or extra, the smallest size that she lists. And I have it written down how many of everything I did so that I could make it again, because it fits her perfect. I kept taking it off and putting it on and taking it off and putting it on every time I saw her, so it was slower to make than what it should have been. She's not a very big girl. It's the smallest size for an adult because she's 12. So I think it's the small or maybe extra small. I can't remember. I did not do the ribbing on the sleeves because she did not want ribbing on the sleeves. I added a single crochet row around the boat neck collar, and I made this part here for the arm shorter because my granddaughter is very thin, tall and thin, and the arms were big enough that my arm could fit in, and I'm like, that won't work. She won't wear that. And maybe, and so I went up like an extra inch or 2.5 inches. And now it's almost tight, but it'll be fine. It fits her, and the sleeves line up. And so that's, like, it fits her, the sleeves line up. It's the right length that she wanted. It's the right everything. She's meticulous with her clothing, so I was real scared to not have it be right. The Easy Girl sweater is done in all double crochet. And I did not want to do all double crochet. I don't like all those spaces it leaves, the holy spaces it leaves in a regular double crochet. She doesn't necessarily, she would have to wear a tank top under it or a cami or something, and I didn't want her to have to do that. But she would have to if it was, I think, or else she was going to reveal things that, well, I don't want my 12-year-old granddaughter revealing. So what I did was a row of double crochet and then a row of linked double crochet. And you guys, if you don't know that stitch, it makes a really nice texture. Look at that. So you get the open weaveness of the double crochet, but then when you link the two together, it gives you a solid fabric. So when she's wearing this, like, you might see the skin, but you're not really seeing the skin. Not like if it was a solid double crochet, you know, just double crochet, and it's tighter. But this is boxy. This is big on her. It's just oversized, you know. But it's perfect. It's like the perfect oversize, and that's too much. And yet it's not at all form-fitting, because she's about that big, and this is this big. So it turned out really, really well, and I am just in love with that linked double crochet. That is turned out to be one of my favorite stitches all of a sudden. And what did I use? I used 3 skeins plus a little bit of this, of the Premier Everyday. I used a 5mm hook, but I finished completely 3 skeins of this, and a skein plus, I think it was, you know what, it might have been 4 skeins of the Premier Everyday. They're smaller skeins. There's only 203 yards, 186 meters. They're 4-ounce skeins. And so I might have done 4. I think 4 plus a little, or maybe 3 or 4. Anyway, plus a little out of this one. This is anti-pilling, really, really, really soft. I really like the yarn, way better than like the Red Heart Super Saver, which is thicker. It's a little bit plumper for the 4-weight, but I used one. These are 7-ounce skeins, and this is Dreamweaver, but as you can see, it's the Red Heart Super Saver. And I use, or Red Heart with Love, whatever. It's the same yarn. I used a little bit of this skein, so 1 full plus a little of this, and this is like 360 yards. So that is one finished object that I completely completed, and I'm real excited about that. I completed it on Christmas Day, and I worked on it, and then I'd have to put it aside until I saw her again. Then I'd work on it, and it took me like 3 times to get the sleeves right, and you know, ripping them out, putting them back, rip it out, put it back. But that was okay. It's the first sweater I ever, like pullover type sweater I ever made that fits. So that's a double plus factor. We had some bad news. We found out a friend has been in the hospital, and she's been going through chemo, and she's got a clean bill of health now, and I believe she's home. But you know what chemo does. So I had purchased last year the Annie's Caring Crochet Club. They had a sale, and I didn't really know about it, but it's with Knots of Love, if you're not familiar with that. But they had a fashion chemo hat. There's 2 hats in the kit, the pink one with the scarf, and then this navy blue one. I don't really want to show the patterns, but this navy blue one, and it's got like a knot. It's the same stitch, but you don't weave the scarf, you put the knot. Well, the yarn, and the kit comes with even, it comes with a stitch booklet on how to do the stitches. It comes with crochet hooks, and then it came with 2 skeins of yarn. I had no problem. Plenty of yarn. There's 194 yards, and this is just called Annie's Caring Crochet Kit Club yarn. They're 100% acrylic, 3.5 ounces, 195 yards for medium weight. Machine wash, tumble dry, do not bleach, do not iron. Does not give you a color. This is navy. This is this dark mauve, maybe I would call it. And it came with the scarf. I love it. This is a very silky, soft yarn. I would compare it to Simply Soft. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little big for me up here. But so cute, right? So totally cute. I really love it. And I think I want to make a hat out of this, but I think I'm going to use this and teach Amanda how to make the divine hat, because I love that hat. And when you do a divine hat, at some point you get little holes where she could take this off and weave it in and do that, because it still matches with the dark and the blues and the pinks, so she could wear the same scarf and put it in the other hat if she wanted to. If she didn't, I mean, she can leave it in here, that's fine. But I think that that's what I want to do with that, and then give our friend the 2 hats. So that's project number 2 that I have completed since Christmas. This took me, I was having a hard time following the pattern at first, just because, you know, that silky yarn kind of gets tight and then loose and tight and loose, and I don't work with it very often, like the Simply Soft type of yarn, and but it is, oh gosh, it's luscious. I will say that this is very luscious yarn, and I did get this kit for like $1.99 last year, Black Friday, I think, 2022 Black Friday. I think it's a great kit. Particularly for $2, and I even think it was free shipping. It was just like crazy. They were like giving them away, and I know it was to entice you to continue to get them, but it's a year later before I ever finally opened it, so to say the least, I didn't continue to get them. But I do like it, and I would try it again. I don't know what the regular price is of those, but it was nice yarn. They don't, I've heard that with Annie's frequently you don't end up with enough yarn for the project, and you have to go back and buy more. Obviously I didn't have that problem with this, so far, so that's good. I have been working on my Boggy Creek squares for the Luck of the Draw 8, which came out again today, week 13. Well, you'll see this tomorrow, so, but week 13, Luck of the Draw Boggy Creek edition just came out, and I have everything up to date. So I did one blanket, big solid square, the square that Jaxie from Creations by Jax designed in the big solid. I did one blanket of that already. And I was also doing one blanket of 15 squares, but I really need 25 to make the blanket the right size for Boggy Creek. So I needed to make 10 more, and I just finished those 10. And I have so I have 2 more weeks of Boggy Creek squares to add for the Luck of the Draw, and then I can sew the whole thing together. But I have 3 weeks sewn together, completed. One week, the last 2 weeks, the last 2 squares haven't been completed, but the 10 squares that I need are completed, and one's attached to the blanket, the other is not, and it's not even sewn together, but I did complete all the squares. So last 2 squares to go, and then I'm gonna, and I have started, because I know what the colors were, so I know what colors aren't being used anymore for the last 2 weeks. And I made all the squares I need for the other blanket. I'm making a scrap blanket out of my other leftover colors, and I'm going to do the great big square. And I think I'm just going to do a color until it runs out, or does a big section, either or. Some of the colors will run out quicker, and some of the colors, just for that skein of yarn, I'm not going to let it go too many rows, but if it goes a row and a half, or if it goes 2 rows, 3 rows, because it doesn't take a lot of rows to make the 40 by 40 square. So I think I will get as many colors into it as I can to make it match. But I'm not going to color control. If it runs out mid pattern, that's fine with me. I'm just going to keep going and keep going. And I think that's everything I needed to catch up with. That's what I've been doing. Lots of partying because there's been, I had a Christmas party at my brother's house. We had a Christmas party here on Christmas Eve with my kids. Then we went to my son's house and had a Christmas party with my daughter-in-law's family. And then we're going to do another little Christmas party on New Year's Day with my other son. And I've been working, but not I haven't worked in like 10 days. I love it. Roy is getting better. He's at his last physical therapy. I think it's his last physical therapy appointment. So good for him. He has to go back to work in he's still got about 3 weeks off. So lucky for him. But he's doing really, really well. He would have been back to work. He could be back to work, but not at his job. He walks so much that they really want the new knee to be completely 100% healed before they're letting him walk 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day. And then they'll be like, take off running, man. So everything here is doing really good. I hope you're all also doing really good. I have some, I think, fun stuff coming up for the beginning of the year. I have not started to add up how much yarn have I used. I have I took a hint from Laura at Man Meanings Crochet and Farming, and I did keep a list in my computer of all the yarn that I've used this year instead of just the labels. I do have the labels as well, but what yarn I used and for what project and whatever. Just when you finish it, when the label is completely done, there's no more yarn left on, no more yarn left to account for. That's when it goes in the bin. And I have a bin, but I have stuff sitting in front of it right now, so I'd pull it out and show you. It's not nearly as full as it was last year, but I did not crochet as much this year. I just did not have the time with working more. So I did what I could, and I think I did about half as many projects as I did last year that are completed. And so that's kind of sad for me to think about that. But again, I did work a lot more. And so you got to do what you got to do. All in all, I'm not unhappy with the crochet time that I had or the things that I made. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't finish some things that I have a lot of forgotten big whips. So I do know that for 2024, I am not starting any new big projects. I don't know about the double dog dares and the crochet alongs because I still have so many really good crochet alongs that I did not finish this year. The multivalence, I really want to finish it. My Sophie's Universe or Sophie's Choice, whatever, it's sitting in a basket right here. I look at it every day. It's so pretty what is done. But it got pushed off to the wayside because it was a bigger project than I had time for when everything was said and done. And there's one more. Oh, there's the blanket I was going to make for my daughter. Then I got all that yarn from Hobie. But there's another... I think there's another crochet along I was doing. Gosh, I can't even think of what it is now, so that's bad. But I have to finish up the Boggy Creek blankets that I have. There's the Luck of the Draw. When all is said and done, I will have 3 of those. And then there's the one that I was ghost stitching. That all the squares are done physically, but I'm adding faces to the circles. Remember that one with the circles and the squares? I have not done any faces on any of those. All month, the whole month of December. I don't think I put any faces on them. Oh, and my knit blanket that I put in timeout because I got mad at it. That's a whole nother video. It makes me so sad. It's in this. I have a drawer right here, and I'm looking at the bag, and I'm like, oh no. But it is what it is. I will pull it back and fix it. I know, it's sad, but whatever. It is what it is. So that's where I'm at so far. this year. It is like the end of the year, the 27th or something, I think, today. So I don't think I'll get a whole lot more accomplished than the Luck of the Draw Boggy Creek editions. Well, the one won't get done this year, but the big square one I could get a chunk of that done, I think. And I think I'm going to do a hat with Amanda today because she said she was coming over today. So we'll see what happens. We are doing, which would be yesterday when this comes out. So you will have seen, we did do a Luck of the Boggy Creek reveal with Billy. Did happen tonight, which was last night. So I hope you guys got in on that and saw it. I'm sure there's a bunch of beautiful blankets. I know I had some that were sent to me that I have not looked at all of them before opening them last night. So I just know that the ones that I did see from the top, oh, so gorgeous. So I hope you guys enjoyed that last night. If you didn't, go to Billy's channel and watch the replay because it's going to be really awesome. And I will see you guys in the next video. If it's not before New Year's, have a safe, happy, healthy New Year's Eve. And let's have a wonderful 2024. See you in the next video. Bye.